Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss Python flow control. In Python flow control we have two things. One is conditional statement and another is loops. So first we are going to see what is in by conditional statements. In conditional statements we have three. One is if, elif and else. For example, if I'm having I'm storing taking A. In that A I'm storing a number called like 67. This is an age. So what I want to print is if this guy is greater than 18, he is eligible for vote. If his age is greater than 18, then I want to print eligible for vote. Eligible to vote. So if he is not greater than 18, I want to print not eligible. So this is the thing I want to achieve. For example, I'm taking A is nothing but age as 34. First step I want to give is if this guy is greater than 18, then what I want to print? Just I want to end it with colon. Just I'm giving enter and I'm printing he is eligible to vote. For example, sir, what to say if he is not satisfying this criteria? So if I check A is greater than 18, which will give me a result as true or false, correct? We already seen this. If for example, if A is 34, if you are checking A is greater than 18, which is going to give a result as Boolean. Now, if this is giving true, then automatically it will get into it and it will print it as eligible to vote. If not, it is not satisfying, it's giving an answer as false, then what I want to give? Else print not eligible. So what I'm trying to say here is if he is greater than 18, print eligible to vote. Other than this, if it's not satisfying, automatically it will come for else it will print not eligible. So when I'm running this, automatically it is print he is eligible to vote. If I'm making this 34 to 12, so it is not eligible because he is not satisfying this criteria. It's automatically giving me false as an output when it is checking for the condition A is greater than 18. That's why it's going for else and it is printing not eligible. So this is the way of using a simple if and else. Now, so how can I use more than two conditions? So if I have only two conditions, I can go for if else. If I want to add more than two conditions, for example, I want to split the age group. If he is below 18, I want to make it as a young. If he is below 45, I want to print him as youth. If he is above 45, I want to print him as old. Now let me analyze this. How can I achieve this? Let's say I'm taking a age as 16. First, if first condition, if A is lesser than 18, I want to print young. Next, one more condition here. I want to go for elif. Else if, elif. I want to check a second condition. If A is lesser than 45, then I need to print youth. Else, other than this, if any other thing coming apart from this, I want to go for else, print it as old. So what I'm trying to say here is, so first it will check for this condition, whether this is lesser than 18. Yes, it is lesser than 18. Automatically it is printing as ing. Next, second condition, it is checking for whether it is lesser than 45. If it is lesser than 45, it will go and print youth. If it's not satisfying these two, automatically it will go for else in print old for all the remaining cases. For example, if I'm printing 23, it's printing me youth because it's satisfying the second line. That is elif statement. If I'm printing more than 45, example I'm giving 60, automatically it is going for else statement, it is printing me the old. It's very simple and straightforward. What it's trying to say is it will check condition one by one. If condition is satisfied, which is returning true as an boolean output, automatically it will enter into it and it will print whatever the print statement that you have given inside the if or elif. I hope you understood the conditional statement. These are the conditional statement that is available in Python flow control. Next, we are going for a loops. Guys, loops plays a very important role in Python because without the help of loops, we can't solve any problems. In an interview perspective also, the loops is very, very important. Now we will see what is meant by loops. So there is two loops. One is for loop and while loop. We are going to see both the loops with one example. First, what is meant by for loop? So now for loop is nothing but I can run if for example I want to print a number from 1 to 10. So it is not possible to print one by one, print 1. Again, I'm using print 2. So this is not possible. So to do some recursive task, I can go for a loop. For example, for I in range of let's say 1 to 10. So I'm just printing I. what is happening? It is printing all the numbers from 1 to 9. So what it is trying to say here is, so if I'm printing a range, so it's starting from 1, the loop will ends from n minus 1. Always the loop will run from 1 to n minus 1. So from it's starting from 1, it's going till 9. That means 10 minus 1. So now I'm able to get all the numbers from 1 to 9. If I want 10, you can give here 11 here. Guys are able to see here? For I in range from 1 to 11, automatically it is giving me all the numbers. It's this for is nothing but for I in range. So whatever the range is coming, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This range will pass to I, this variable I. Now whenever I'm printing it, every loop, whenever the loop is running, it is printing me the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I hope you understood this is the for loop. Now, what is my while loop? What is my while loop? So this loop will run till the condition satisfied, like not satisfying. So for example, in the for loop, this range till the range ends, this loop is running, right? 1, 2, 3 till 10 the loop range will end. Till the end of the range, the loop is running. But whereas the while till the condition fails, the loop will run. For example, I'm giving a as 10. Okay. Now what I'm doing is, okay, let's say a is 0 or 1, while a is lesser than 10. So now this is first condition is true, right? First a is 1, a is lesser than 10 only. Then what I'm doing is print a. Now next time what I'm doing, I'm decreasing the value of a by 1, a minus equal to 1. So we have seen this in assignment operator. Automatically it will reduce the value of a, it will increase the value of a by 1 if I give plus. Now 1 after this loop it will become 2. If I'm executing this, sir, I'm able to get 1 to 9. How it is running is, first step, listen carefully. I'm using Excel sheet to understand it very clearly. So I'm taking into paint. So listen this guys, everyone. So in this, what we are trying to do is, sir, what is this while loop is doing means, listen carefully. The first step is, I'm taking the pen and I'm increasing this. Yeah. First, what is happening here is, while loop is, it's check for the condition. First, a is equal to 1. It will check whether this 1 is lesser than 10. Yes, sir. This is lesser than 10. This will give answer as true. If it is satisfied, then it will go inside. Then it is printing a. That is, 1 is getting printed. Then next step, the 1 will be incremented to 2. That means a plus equal to 1 means the automatically a is having 1. 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. Now a will be 2. Now second time the loop will run, a is nothing but 2 is lesser than 10. Yes, this is also satisfying. It is printing 2. Then again it will print the number 2 and then it is increase the value of 2 to 3. Now a will be 3. Again it will come to the loop. So till the condition is true, it is keep on running. So this is 3 is lesser than 10, 4 is lesser than 10, 5 is lesser than 10. Like that the loop will keep on run. And then coming to 9. So after printing 9, now the value of a will be 9 plus 1 is 10. Now when it's coming to 10, 10 is lesser than 10. Whether it is true or false, this is false, correct? Because till 9 it is satisfying. 9 is lesser than 10. Yeah, it is true. That's why it's printing 9. Now coming to after 9, execution of 9. Now coming to the 10th one. Now 10 is not lesser than 10, so it is false. The loop will breaks, the code will end. So this is the way of taking a while loop. So for loop means till the range ends, it will keep on running the loop. Whereas while loop, till the condition is failed. You are giving one condition, till the condition fail, it will keep on running. Once the condition failed, it will stop the loop. So this is the difference between for loop and while loop. I hope you understood. We will see some better example to understand very clearly. Listen guys, so I'm just deleting this. Okay, so for next step is we are going to see some programs on it. Okay, first the two programs we are going to see now. One is how to check a number whether it is prime or not. Check a number which is prime or not. Next is sum of the digits of the numbers, like say sum of the digits of the numbers. Okay, so first thing, check a number whether it is prime or not is a very commonly asked interview question. For example, I'm taking a number as 34. I want to check whether the number is prime or not. First understand what is my prime. So then we will solve the program. So first step is I'm going to do what is my prime and how to get whether the number is prime or not. So I'm taking a help from Excel sheet, like Paint will go. Okay, what is my prime number? So for example, we will say 11 as a prime number because we will say 18 is not prime. This is not prime. This 11 is prime. So why this 11 is prime, this 18 is not prime means if you take the factors of all the numbers from 11, like let's say from 2 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you take all the numbers from 2 to 17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you see this, no number will divide this 11. So the number from 2 to 10, that means starting from 2, because 1 will divide this 11 always. So we'll always start with 2. If you take any number from 2 to 1 before the number of this, that is 10, no number will divide this 11. If you see 2 will not divide this 11, 3 will not divide the 11, 4 will not divide, 5 will not divide. No number will divide this 11. In other terms, the 11 will be divisible only by 1 and the number itself. That's why we say this as a prime number. Correct? Yes or no? Coming to 18, this is not a prime because not only 1 and 11, also the number 2 will divide, then 6 will divide, 3 will divide, yes or no, 9 will divide. So these all numbers will divide this 18. So now we want to write a logic to check whether the number is prime or not. So how can I check the number is? For example, I want to run the loop. For example, 11 means I want to run a loop from 2 to 10. If any of the number is dividing that, if any of the number is dividing this 11, then I will say it is not a prime. If nothing is dividing, then I will say it is a prime. Let's see how we can solve this in a code. Let's say I'm taking 34. I'm going to check whether this 34 is a prime or not. First step is I want to run a loop for I in range from 2 to 33. So just I'm printing I. So I'm able to get all the numbers from 2 to 33. 30, sorry, so you can just pass A. That's automatically take 2 to 33. Now I want to check if any of the numbers, if any of the numbers dividing this A modulo I. That means 34, I'm checking with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If any of the number is dividing 34 and giving remainder as 0, then I want to increase the flag. Let's say initially I'm declaring flag as 0. Now whenever this condition is satisfied, now this flag will increase to flag plus equal to 1. Then I am break. I'm giving break. Then finally, if flag is equal to 1, then print not prime, else print prime. So I'm running this. This is not a prime number. If I check for 11, which is giving me answer as prime. So let me analyze this code better. I'm taking a snap of this code and I'm writing here. So I hope you're able to see this code, all of you. First, what we are doing here. What we're doing in this code, we are taking 11. First step, we are running a loop from 2 to 10, correct? 2 to 10, we are running a loop. And we are declaring flag, a value of flag as 0. Now we are checking one by one. If a modulo y, that means 11 modulo 2 equal to 0. Like first time the loop will run like this, then followed by 3, 4, 5, 6. So if suppose it is dividing in this time, if any of this number is dividing a, automatically it will get into this, right? If any division happen, automatically it will get into this. After that, the flag become 1. The flag is 0 now. Now the flag value will be increased to 1, correct? Flag value increased to 1. Whenever the flag value increased, automatically I want to break. Break means the loop will be breaked out. What is the use of this break means? If you're not giving this break, even though one time it is divisible, we'll say it is not prime. So out of this 10 numbers, if any one number is dividing the 11 completely, we'll say that is not prime. So why I need to check the loop completely? If one division has happened successfully, if any one number is dividing, then increase the flag to 1, automatically break the loop. No need to check the loop further. Correct everyone? So this is the way of using break. So now what we are doing is, first, if any of, I'm using a condition, if any of the number is dividing the 11, automatically increase the flag from 0 to 1, then break the loop. Automatically the loop will be break. Now I'm checking for a condition. If my flag is still 0 after the loop execution, then I will say it is a prime number because no number is dividing. That's why the flag is not incremented. If the flag is 1, which is it is not a prime. That's why in 11 it is giving no prime because the flag is still 0. No number is dividing the 11. No incrementation happen. So I hope you understood. If you check for any other numbers, automatically if 11 34, it is giving me not a prime because while 34, this 2 itself dividing the 34, automatically the flag will be increased from 0 to 1. Now automatically the group will be break. That's why this is printing as not prime. So I hope you understood the use case of for and if. Now we are going for a while loop. Okay. How can I check the while loop, sir? For example, let's say I'm giving a number as 345. Now I want to add a sum of the digits of the numbers. Like I want to get an output as 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12. I want output as 12 using while loop. First step, while a is greater than 0. So now 345 is greater than 0. Yes. So this is automatically give me true as an output. Now we'll check. First I'm taking lost digit. How can I take a lost digit from 345? If I divide it with, if I do a modulo of 10, automatically I can take a lost digit out. Sum is equal to sum plus lost. So the initially the sum will be 0. Next step, I want to separate the a is equal to a double division of 10. Finally, I'm printing the sum. So I'm able to get this 12. So what is happening here, sir? So just we'll understand using Paint. So I'm just taking this code and we'll see how the execution is happening one by one. So now I'm pasting this code here. What is this while loop is doing? That's what we're trying to understand. So listen carefully, guys. This while loop, how it is working out. Now I'm taking 345. Now, first step, this 345 is greater than 0. This is the execution, first execution. Yes, this is true. Then it will get into it. Now, lost is nothing but 345 modulo 10. That means it will give you a reminder after dividing it with 10, which will take 5 as out. Correct? This lost will hold 5 now because if I divide it with 10, my remainder will be 5. I will able to take a lost digit out. Now, first step, sum is equal to, sum is nothing but already we declared as 0, 0 plus 5. Now A will be a double floor division will give you, if I do a floor division of 345 by 10, I will get 34. So I can separate a lost digit out and 34 out. If you want to take a lost digit out, you want to give modulo 10. If you want to take, apart from lost digit, you want to take the remaining values, you want to give floor division of 10. So that is nothing but 345 by 10, which is 34 times 340. 5 as the remainder. If I use a floor division, automatically I will get 34 here. If I use modulo, I will get 5 here, right? That's why we are using here. So 5 separated, 34 separated. Now sum will have 5 as an output, correct? Now the A will be 34. From 345, it is dropped to 34. Next step, whether this 34 is greater than 0? Yes, the 34 is greater than 0. Now lost will be 34 modulo 10, which is nothing but 4, correct? Now already we have a formula, sum is equal to sum plus lost. Already the sum value is 5. Now this 4 will get, lost value is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. Now the sum value will be 9. Now again 34, a of 34 floor division of 10, which is going to give me 3, correct? Yes or no? I hope you understood. Now, yes or no, guys? We executing one by one. First loop will execute. Second time after this, it will execute. 345 will convert as 34. Then again the loop will execute. 344 now convert as 3. Then again the loop will execute. 3 is greater than 0. Yes, this is true. Now lost will be what? Lost will be 3 modulo 10, which is nothing but 3. Now sum is already 9. 9 plus lost, which is 3, is 12. Correct? The sum is already 9 will be stored in sum. Sum plus lost is 12. So sum will have 12. Now finally the A will be reduced. 3 double floor division of 10 is 0. because there is nothing to divide 3, automatically it will give 0 as an output, right? If you're dividing this 10 by 3, so which will not divide, 0 tens are 0. This is the way to do, correct? Then you want to add decimal, so 0 is the answer. So now a is 0. Now again it will check whether for the next loop whether this a is greater than 0. 0 is greater than 0, no, it is false. Correct? 0 is not greater than 0, it will false. The loop will break automatically because it's a conditional loop. If until the condition satisfied will run. If condition is not satisfying, the loop will stop. Now the value of sum whole 12, which is nothing but sum of the digits of the number. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is nothing but 12, which the sum holds. So finally, after the loop ends, I want to print the whatever the value stored in sum, I want to print it. So that's why the while loop. While loop is very simple. Until the condition is satisfied, it will run. So this is very important and commonly asked interview question. Sum of the digits of the numbers. So I can take a lost digit separately and remaining digit separately using modulo and floor division. So this is the way of taking a sum of the digits of the numbers. I hope you understood. Just a quick revamp. So the thing we have seen is one is Python flow control, and that we have seen conditional statements and loops. In conditional statements we have if, elif and else. In loops we have for loop and while loop. If, elif and else is nothing but if else. If more than one condition I need to add, I can go for elif. I hope you've seen here. And for loop is very simple and straightforward. For loop is nothing but if I want to run a loop till the range, you can go for a for loop. Or else if I want to run a loop based on the condition, you can go for a while loop. We have seen a two beautiful example for loop and while loop. One is prime number or not, another is sum of the digits of the number. These two are very commonly asked interview question. I hope you understood the difference as well as the Python flow control. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the remaining modules.